Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your general reading for September 2020. This is for Scorpion energy, so that can be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any kind of placement basically. And you know the drill, take what resonate, leave behind the rest, never try to make it fit, if it doesn't. Let's get to it. I'm starting by looking into your recent past, and then we're gonna go on to see what may be going on in September. I will start by pulling an overall energy. Alright, I hope you're doing well, Scorpio. I really do. And I apologize for there's a noise in the background here. I don't know if you're able to hear it, but it's a truck. Hopefully it will end soon. Let's get to it. Door to personal healing and happiness, and there's a storm warning here, and you are standing there in a safe place, making the decision to go somewhere new. This is gonna be interesting, Scorpio, and it's gonna make you very, very happy. But you're possibly sometimes a bit too in your head, right? You have reached a stage right now, because you've been healing. You really went through that door here, but sometimes it was a bit. You might have been a bit reluctant to go through that door, to make the decision to finally go in and do some personal healing here. And you still have some choices here to make. And here's a storm warning. It could be like literally a storm coming here, like a physical storm, but it could also be just in regards. So that might be something you need to look out for. We will dive into it, all right? We will see what's going on here. Let's just start by looking into your recent past. Please be patient with me today, Scorpio. I can feel that I will need your patience and understanding. Also, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe. I would appreciate the support, and keep a lookout for those free pop-up chats. We will continue to do those. Show me your recent past. You have Two of Cups. What happened, Scorpio? What happened? Did you... It was just as funny. I was thinking about the snake, but it's the good snake. There was a potential here for a partnership to come together. Be it a friendship, be it in love. It's just... anything. It's just a potential for pure understanding that is in your past. We will see how that plays in, alright? It could be in love, could be in anything based. But it's what I'm getting here is like understanding and harmony. You finding peace in the company of someone else. With someone else, I want to say. Hopefully not someone else having to give you the satisfaction. Hopefully you're able to derive it from within. In your present energies, we have the Fool, which is a brand new beginning, crossed by the King of Pentacles. There is someone here that's giving you an offer, giving you a place of support, be it in their heart or, just supporting energy. And it's giving you like the courage to throw yourself into something new, to be catched completely. But it is crossed by King of Pentacles. We will dive in to see what this is about. What it is, the energy that you have the dragonfly and the lizard here. The new perspective that you are throwing yourself into requires you to get into full contact with your lizard, meaning that you might have to take a step back here, relax, get away from the city lights, and that might be a bit of a challenge for you. Oh, thank God it stopped that noise. What is in your focus? The Sun and the Earthworm. Your focus, alright Scorpio, this is nice. Your focus is about you knowing that you have to start somewhere to bring in the light. But there's a storm warning, which we will definitely look into. I think the storm warning has to do with you not fully opening up, you Scorpio. Scorpio, but it is as though you have to start somewhere. You are starting fresh, Scorpio. That's all I can say. You are starting fresh. But maybe the way that you are starting fresh requires you to go in a certain direction you are not really that... You don't agree that much with. Maybe there are responsibilities that you have to live up to. Maybe you're being asked to go away from the city. Maybe it's... But the lizard here, the lizard is about your instincts. It's about not thriving in the city light. It's about just being alone sometimes, to get in contact with your unconsciousness. to your unconscious actions, which is by diving deep down into see why is it that I do, why it is that I do. Why do I have a tendency to have automatic reactions to situations? There's a reason for that. I will need to dive down deep and I will need to take a look at it. And that's your challenge here, to get that new perspective and to really dive deep. But you have to start somewhere. What's your attitude? The justice about, and the elk, you are a bit here in your head. You're trying to make things go right. You're trying to find the right path. And then sometimes you get a bit stoic, right? You draw that high boundary. Sometimes you don't want to dive down deep here. But there's always also someone here that you're trying to do right to. There's a King of Pentacles. We will look into him. Someone that you're trying to do right to. That's external to you. What's in your hopes and fears? The Knight of Swords. Maybe Scorpio, you have a tendency here to just go with the flow, to just run. When things get serious and you're trying to get away from that automatic reaction, to stay. You're trying not to run. You're trying to stay put. To not make quick decisions either, that are not based, because that's the storm warning here. Here we go, we're coming. So what's in your surroundings? A hierophant and a frog. Scorpio. You're crossed by the lizard days. We will dive into that. Yeah. You are most likely also hoping that someone here will not run away from you. But around you we have a complete opposite. We have someone that's extremely stable, very, very traditional. Maybe they like the water, I don't know. You have the frog here. The frog is also, whenever I see a frog, look at those raindrops here. The frog always tells me, mate, it's time to go swimming. It's time to go swimming. Maybe there's a swimmer around you here. So what's in your strength? The Chariot, your ability to move forward and to trust your instincts in terms of deciding where it is that you want to go. To not get stuck. To also embrace the uncertainty. You may not know that you have this ability. Maybe if you have a tendency to run or to make, because sometimes people have a tendency to run because they are afraid of the uncertain. So what they do is that they, rather than trust their instincts and trust that things are going to be fine, they run rather than staying put. You have it within you to stay and also to go in a certain direction. You have basically a decision to make here. We'll dive into that. And in your immediate future, we have 7 of Cups, which is going to be interesting. The ability to connect all the options that you have, all the opportunities, all the potentials for how you want to create. You have that because you also have the ability to combine past experiences with present experiences, and therefore also to look forward, to decide on the goal that you want to reach. Knowing that your present is shaped by the past and your future is shaped by the present, which will be the past when you reach that. So it's a very paradoxical thing about time, isn't it? When that's the thing about past. The past is always present because you are a product of those experiences. And some experiences are known to you. They are in your semantic memory. You can make them coherent, you can recall them, and some of them are episodic. They are without language, they are buried in your unconsciousness, and they result in automatic reactions, such as running. You can think about Have you heard about that flight? I can't remember them. Flight, fight, freeze, fawn. Those is like a theoretical approach to how people respond to feeling threatened on their life. They either fight, they get aggressive, which can go both. Can be good. Can be both good because it can fuel. Anger can fuel you to take action, but it can also make you very aggressive. It also depends on where you derive your motivation. Or you can flight. You can run to just avoid having to deal with it. Or you get stuck, where you just shut down. Yeah. Or you can think you can think solution oriented, right? Well, that's just about the ability, the way that you realize how it is that you have a tendency to react automatically is by looking into, right, what shaped me this way? Be it experiences or be it something from birth. Some people are genetically exposed to something. Let's not go there. Let's see most likely outcome. We have the Queen of Swords, which is the ability to think critically. Great. And to not see unicorns, but to see clearly. To have that clear sight about, right, why do I do what it is that I do? Underneath the deck here we have Seven of Pentacles and the Fox. Oh, you foxy. The Guardian. I don't know, if for some reason or another, I see as though you're protected. There are a lot of... Look at them! Look at them! Look at how they are watching you. Keeping an eye out for you. You have a foxy family animal here. It's a pack animal. It works in pairs. You have a wolf that's okay with being alone. It's a very, very guardian energy. It's very, very protective energy. And then you have a tiger, which is basically a high priestess. She's your subconsciousness, lurking down there, and the wolf that's willing to go down and take up those memories that comes from the subconsciousness and bring them into language without being too judgmental, fully accepting yourself for who you are, helping you to accept yourself for everything that has happened until now and which will continue to happen. And then there's the fox. Foxy, foxy, foxy. It's the desire to belong, to be part of the group. That's where you are. You have so many life experiences that have shaped you and they're gonna help you glow up. Yeah. But healing here is needed, alright? And it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming, dear Scorpio. I think we're almost done, right? Well, let's just get to it. Let's get to it. I want to know about the Two of Cups and the snake here in your recent past. I'm just going to let this reading take over for me. It's the Fool. Okay. You have had a tendency to start and stop and start and stop in your relationship, possibly having an on and off connection going in your life, be it with friends or a lover. And you've foolishly, I want to say, threw yourself into a connection which immediately ended up having a lot of arguments here. And then you would reconcile again, thinking only of the positive memories rather than remembering the shit that went down. And it never really took off. I see like an immature energy here. And it can be in friends, can be in anything, alright, Scorpio? For some of you, you decided to kind of hold back a little bit. I hope you did it from an honest place, that it was not because you wanted to make someone jealous, so that they would reconcile with you. I hope you did it because you came to the understanding that some people just don't deserve your energy. Okay? But it was a learning experience here, and that it also had to do with you starting to dive into, as I said, how you've become who you are, or you're starting to. So what do we have here for this Fool in your present energies? No, I want to know about the Sun. What's in your focus here? No. Yo, the Sun. The Strength, the Three of Swords, and the King of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Don't do games. Don't do games here. But you do know that you have to start somewhere, alright? You are rejecting. You know you have to start somewhere. You want happiness. You want to shine. Again, I say, Scorpio, don't throw yourself into kind of mind games here, right? Where you're holding back. But you are actually, the thing is, what you think, how you see the situation here is that you are holding back, possibly breaking someone's heart here, because you see it as the right thing to do, to focus on your happiness. Sometimes you will find yourself being a bit out of it, I want to say, and you wanna, sometimes you might have a tendency to throw yourself into gameplay, Scorpio. Please do avoid that. But you know you have to start from somewhere, and you're trying to really move away from these kind of a conflicts here, like starting and stopping, because it's not beneficial. Show me the Hierophant here with the frog. Now the Knight of Wands, and then we're going to look into the King of Cups and the immediate future here. The King of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, sorry. The Knight of Swords is clarified by Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Six of Swords. So you standing there strong, independent, giving yourself love. That's basically what you're hoping for. You're hoping that if you're just patient enough, if you do the work, which will be a bit of a challenge here because you are just starting here, you're hoping to grab the opportunity to secure stability within yourself, possibly to achieve to work on something. Could be a craft, could be a job, some kind of a task that you're really hoping will help you move away from any kind of self-sabotaging behaviors. Like you are shifting your attention here. So rather than focusing on what is like this past energy of, as I said, you're working on removing yourself from any kind of self-sabotaging behaviors that you might have engaged with in the past. And the way you're doing is that you're trying to shift your attention towards something new. A task. Please do it with consideration and mindfulness, right? Let's look into this King of Pentacles, and then we'll look into the immediate future here, where there are a lot of options. These readings always unfold. King of Pentacles. It's clarified by the Page of Wands, King of Wands, and the King of Cups. And the King of Pentacles underneath. 3 kings. As I said, no game playing. But in all cases, your challenge here is to... your challenge is to want to be seen by someone. You want to be seen as, I don't know, shiny, glimmery. Imagine this lizard just running around there imagine a lizard running around in the city. It's like completely confused. It's very, very, very beautiful when it is allowed to just be in the sun and take in the sun here and to be charging. You've seen a lizard, right? It's an iguana, by the way. Just want to point that out. It's not a lizard. It's an iguana. It's laying there in the sun, chilling, really just taking in the warmth. That's where it is at peace. That's where it charges, and that's what you're trying to do. But do avoid trying to you want to be seen. You want to be seen as though you want to be celebrated. You want to seek you want to be seen as though you're doing great. You know what I mean? Possibly you have some kind of a new start, a new... It's like you need other people to help you, or to be seen. Does that make sense? You don't need that. Of course you're seen. You're seen. You're always seen. But you don't have to run around like an iguana in a city going completely, what the hell, all these lights, I cannot. Go out in the city, or get out of the city, get out of this spotlight here, take a break back. Take a break. You don't have to think as though the way forward is to always be seen. Hold on. Here we go. Camera runs out every once in a while. That is your challenge here. So let's see what's in your surroundings. We have the Hierophant. Because the one that you might want to be seen by is someone that's very, very superficial and brings in a lot of drama. Alright, Scorpio, there's someone here that brings in a lot of drama to your life. But they bring in drama because you allow them to bring drama. They can be a friend, they can be a boss, they can be anything. It could be as though you just want to be seen by a boss, making yourself just do tasks that are just not. They just have you running around and not really taking a break back. Why do I keep saying break back? It's not even the phrase that's correct. The syntax is completely off. Anywho, it's part of my charm. Anywho, we have here the Hierophant in your surroundings. But you're trying to take this new approach, right? You're definitely trying to take a new approach, new perception. But I think this challenge I just spoke about is something that's just with you. It's with you. Going with the flow as well. Just go with the flow. Things are gonna be fine. Yeah, you need to have an idea about where it is that you want to go as well. Oh, you just hit me. Okay. So not hit me like that, but you just squeezed. Hierophant. The Sun, the 9 of Wands, the 3 of Wands. In your surroundings, there's a frog and a Hierophant. Someone who is able to do all of this, to take this break back. What the hell? Break back? What does that even mean? Well, to take a break back. To take a break. Take a step back and take a break. And they have this Sun. that you're looking for. But they are putting boundaries around it. I hope you're not just waiting for it, right? It's either you that's looking at that sun, or they are looking at you as the sun, and you are pulling it back from them. Because you have to give the sun to yourself. Oh my God, is this what's been going on? That you've been just... The reason why you've been walking around, that you've been in the flashlight here, is like this lizard, like... walking around, throwing it around, iguana by the way, like the iguana going crazy. It's because its sun was given away to someone else, to someone superficial, judgmental, just a fucking idiot. No, Scorpio. You go and get that sun for yourself. Of course you have to share with those who deserve it. We share our sun with those who deserve it. Don't just give and give. You know that. Alright, this is a life lesson for everyone. The mechanisms of a healthy partnership, friendships, work, whatever. The way that you attach, have relationships is sometimes you give to other people and then you give to yourself. A little bit to you, a little bit to yourself. And vice versa. It's about that. I have a cup that's full, you have a cup. Sometimes I give you a little, and I give a little, and I also have to give to my work and other areas of my life. I cannot be just obsessed in one direction. So, and this is that justice. That's this justice that you are focusing on here, Scorpio. You're getting there. And we're getting here at this reading. They always unfold like this. Apparently this is my style. And also throwing cards on the floor. Well, we know we all have our quirks. It's what makes us perfect, right? Imperfect perfection is how we could say it. We all have our little quirks. You don't have to be perfect. Nobody has to be perfect. Oh, boring. You can't be perfect anyway. People who are perfectionists and workaholics and all that, they are... You know what? I'm gonna say this. One of the major skills you have to learn to be bearable in social settings is to know that you don't know everything. The most important knowledge you can have, in my opinion, is that knowing what you know and what you don't know. And that's okay. You cannot know everything. I mean, I don't know how to change the tire of a car. And if I did, then, you know what? I know it makes my father feel seen that I'm able to call and say, so, how do I do this? It gives him like he wants to help, so he makes him feel of service. And I can help him with something. Or my friend who's, you know, we all have gifts, right? She's amazing in terms of, alright, let's not go there, but we all have this being service of each other. We don't have to be perfect and deal with everything ourselves. No one is. No one knows everything. And I think you're coming to this realization. Starting to appreciate what you actually do have. Because there are actually people here around you that are really, really caring for you. They might be more traditional, very, very grounded people. Could be a Taurus. But let's see here in the immediate future. This is a long reading, I can see that. Sorry Taurus, sorry Scorpio, it is what it is, okay? Let's see, this is Seven of... No, let's see this Seven of Cups here. Because you're gonna have to face a choice here in this month. Wow, Scorpio. Well, we're like 40 minutes in and we're gonna get to some nitty-gritty stuff here. I will change the format for the next readings. I hope that you stayed with me for this long because this is quite interesting. You have Ten of Swords, the Hermit, and the Knight of Wands. As I said, it's about tying the loose ends together. You have a lot of options out there for a brand new beginning here. It's been coming, but you have had a tendency sometimes to get stuck in your head and not knowing what you want to do, and then sometimes you just run rather than having to deal with it. But Scorpio, You are putting an end to something. You are going inside here. Maybe you're moving. But you are taking movement towards some direction in your life. But it comes following, there's an ending here, alright, to something. It's gonna feel painful. But then you're gonna go inside and find that purpose. And you're gonna do that by looking into the, like as I said, past, present, future at some point during this reading. And that's where you're gonna find in your intuition here, by going deep inside, you're gonna be able to really find the words for it, what it is that you want. And not only that, Scorpio, not only that, you will set that goal in a way which is a compassionate for you and for other people. Because you're not interested in running over other people. You do not look, not there. You respect freedom. Those horses are not tied down. They are running because they want to run. They want to help him. Those, I don't know, whatever horses. That word for things you put on horses to drag the wagon. I'm not native in English, alright guys. They are running because they want to help this bloke move this van. They can move anytime they want. They're helping him because they want to. Not because they have to. Not because they're tools. It's this idea of teamwork. Of having a shared vision as well. What are they running by? Is that a beautiful ocean or mountains? I don't know. You could also be moving literally. But the decision on how you're going to move is going to come from within yourself when you take this step back and you stop giving away your sun. And you give the sun to yourself. A lizard finds its fuel from the sun. You think of this lizard for September. You take this lizard with you. This lizard is important. Google lizard. No, Google iguana. Iguana is an iguana. It's not a lizard. It's an iguana. But you can also Google lizard brain if you want to get into the automatic thoughts, right? But then we have here the most likely outcome is the Queen of Swords and the Unicorn. And in this case, I see the Unicorn as an amazing thing. But as I said, there's a storm warning here. The storm warning is that you're gonna make a decision and then it's gonna be no turning back here. The decision you're gonna make is gonna be final. But it's not like I see a tower here. I just see you making a decision. Wow. We get the Temperance, the Lovers, and the Hierophant for the Queen of Swords, and thus Unicorn here. Okay? Divine timing is at play. It may take some time for you to get there, but what's happening here, Scorpio, is that you are done seeing false unicorns, fake unicorns. You want to see real unicorns, and by real unicorns is that you want to be able to distinguish the visions that you set for yourself as being yours and not someone else's that you have adopted. You want to be able to, or you will be able to, you will reach it because you're setting your goal here. To also just embrace, if you are very imaginative, if you're very creative, you're gonna embrace it and not be afraid of it, and not be afraid of your own deep knowledge and ability to see unicorns, but just also not to be misled by them. For instance, to see fantasies that are not there, to construct reality in a way where you let your emotions to take over and corrupt you, because some kind of a past experience here have clouded your judgment. But rather than you dealing with it dealing with those experiences which you don't know, well, they are experiences but yet you are not aware that you have had, and they cloud you, they cloud your judgment. You're not willing to let that occur anymore because it makes you hypercritical, and there's no point. It's not going to bring you anywhere to be hypercritical. It's rather than have this critical perception and also to understand what is going on within you especially in terms of those, if you have automatic reactions to situations. Know why it is that you do what you do, why, yeah, and how you do it, and then you set this goal here, and that is in your instinctual. Call it intuition, you can call it that. Right, Scorpio, that was a long reading for you. It is what it is. Let's just pull an advice here for you. And let me know in the description box what this is about. I'm always curious. No, taking chances, aren't we? Yeah, a little bit hesitant. Okay, here we go. The truth is, belonging starts with self-acceptance. Your level of belonging, in fact, can never be greater than your level of self-acceptance, because believing that you're enough is what gives you courage. Gives you courage to be authentic, vulnerable, and imperfect. I'm gonna read that again and then read the other. The truth is, belonging starts with self-acceptance. Your level of belonging, in fact, can never be greater than your level of self-acceptance, because believing that you are enough is what gives you the courage to be authentic, vulnerable, and imperfect. Brené Brown. And then we have, your perception of me is a reflection of you. My reaction to you is an awareness of me. I think that's beautiful, Scorpio. The advice here is to really go into that self-acceptance here. To fully accept yourself, rather than having to throw away that son of yours to find the acceptance from everyone else. Accept yourself. Radical acceptance. Google it. Alright, Scorpio, that's it. I will see you next time. Take care. Ciao.